It's the Brian and Kindra Show with Brian Cook and Kindra Cox of Keller Williams Realty Elite.
I am Kindra Cox.
I'm Brian Cook.
Between the two of us, we have over 30 years of experience.
Sharing real estate tips and advice. Right here on Classic Hits 1073.
Hey, welcome to the Brian and Kindra Show. It has been an amazing week.
An amazing week?
I mean, when you're so busy, you think about if you've slept last night or not.
Here's my favorite part. Today, I think I gave you 3 or 4 assistant type tasks.
Yes.
Brian, I need you to run to the closing company
Yes.
and meet me there.
Yes.
I think at one point I even said, yes, Brian, if you need to leave the office, you can leave for a short period of time.
Yes.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
It's been, okay, we're getting so...
Will you please still go ahead and sign my paycheck?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, you might as well sign it yourself.
Well, I might as well sign it, but, I need for it to go ahead and clear the bank,
Oh.
so. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so the Brian and Kindra Show.
Yes.
I'm Kindra Cox, you're Brian Cook.
Yep.
Yes.
And we've had,
have we established that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We said that. But, we've had... we met with some fun people this week with our discoverwoodward.com.
Yeah, we did.
And we are having a good time with that. And the main goal behind that whole website is to drive people to Woodward.
Yes.
And so if you have something out there that you want to, a tourism thing or a business or something that you want us to highlight, we would love to set up an appointment with you. So just give us a call, and actually on the discoverwoodward.com website, you can just click at the right and it says ask for interview, and give you some questions to answer, and then it makes it easier and streamlined, and then we will come set up and do it. It's real simple and easy. It's like we're pretty laid back. It's way easy.
It's fun because we just have a conversation, just us and whoever we're interviewing.
Yes.
So we do this because we want to promote Woodward, and again, because we are realtors and we do sell property.
Yes.
We can't sell property if we can't sell our city, and so that's what we want to do. We want to promote where we live and show everyone how awesome that Woodward is.
So we're talking about hunters and hunting, and it's the middle of summer, but there's not much hunting a cool spot. But other than hunting a cool spot, all the deer seasons and all that are coming up in November, so October, November.
Okay, so because of discoverwoodward.com, we also have our videos on. I'm like totally going into this because this is a blast. So we have our YouTube channel, which is that the Brian and Kindra Show? Is that what our YouTube channel is?
I think it's under Brian Cook.
No, I think we changed it.
Did we? Okay, great.
Yeah, I was tired of it all being about you, Brian.
Okay, well, we're actually going to change it again.
It's just that we have Carrick now, and Carrick knows how to do it.
He does that stuff. So we're actually
going
to be rebranding that as well.
Okay, it's my turn.
Rebrand.
Okay, so yesterday we had somebody come in the office, and he's got these 2 darling little kids. So I need to see where we are so I can tell him where to look in the video. Okay, at 3 minutes in the video, that's why I need to tell Hunter. Okay, so yesterday Hunter tells us that he was watching our videos on the YouTube channel on the discoverwoodward.com stuff, and he said his little girl comes in, and Cadence was like, whoa, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm watching the Brian and Kindra Show or whatever. I don't know if it was Discover Woodward or Brian Kindra Show. He says, I'm watching them. And she's like, is that YouTube? And he's like, yeah. She's like, Kendra's on YouTube?
She's YouTube famous.
Oh my gosh. So stinking cute. So we have to do a little shout out to Cadence and Charlie. Right. You can go ahead and shout out too. I mean, you're not as important. But
I know. They're like, who's that other guy that came up?
So anyway, that is way super fun. So different avenues, though, to find us out and about. So we're on YouTube. Of course, our social media pages, which I admit I've taken a little bit of a hit recently. You've had me a little busy to be working on those.
We're working on that.
We are working on it. Working on somebody to kind of help to even out our team, aren't we?
Yes.
And then the YouTube channel, and then discoverwoodward.com. And then, of course, the Brian and Kindra Show.com. So somebody asked me today, hey, what are you talking about on the radio? And I said, I have absolutely no idea. Yeah. So this is going to be fun. I'm really excited about it.
Because, by like 4 o'clock, I was like, I think that's when you said, hey, why don't you go figure out what we're talking about on the radio?
And then at one point I said, who are you talking to? And what did you say?
I'm going to shut up and get to work.
I mean, I know you're the boss, but shh.
Yes, it was, whatever. I was talking about something we should talk about on the radio. But... So you have a printout now.
All right, so we're going to talk about some sad stuff today. Actually, some kind of hardship, really.
Yeah, but first let's talk about some statistics, and then we got some do we do the announcements first?
No, go ahead to your
Okay,
statistics. And then people come back for announcements after they wake up.
After they take a nap. Okay. So I do this every week so you guys have an idea of which direction our market's going. And so, like, the last 4 weeks, our number of listings in Woodward has ticked down from like 101 to 96. So we're selling some houses. There was only 3 new listings this week. The total number of pending in Northwest Oklahoma was 35. Total pending in 73801 Woodward is 23. So the majority of the action is still in Woodward. The total number of pending in Northwest Oklahoma is 4 new pendings. There's 4 new contracts that written this week. Had a couple today that aren't on this list that will happen.
What time did you print that list?
7 this morning.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, because I got one of them done at like 4:57.
Sorry. I think if I don't get it done prior to work day, then it doesn't happen.
Ain't that the truth?
And so number of closings in Northwest Oklahoma was only 3. Number of closings in the last 7 days in Woodward, 0.
Say, okay, what?
We have no closings in the 7380 zip code.
In the 73801 zip code?
No.
In the last
7 days.
In the last 7 days.
Which is weird. So that means 4 to 5 weeks ago we had a lull in the market. Nobody was buying anything, which means 4 to 5 weeks later when it's time to close them.
This is not accurate, no.
7 days from 6 o'clock this morning.
Oh, because you always do it at 6 o'clock this morning.
So next
Sorry,
week,
I got confused.
So yes, and then 4 were expired or withdrawn, and so and we're at 9.5 months inventory. So our months of inventory is still creeping up a little bit, but that's going to change. I think our market's I feel like we've got some action going. There were 9. Here's why you see I think our months of inventory and things are going to sell is we have 9 price changes. So 10% of the market dropped the price this week. So all that being said, we should probably take a quick commercial break before we jump into the meat of this deal.
All right, sounds good.
Comfort Zone is a multi-generational company serving Northwest Oklahoma in commercial and residential needs. Plumbing, air conditioning, heaters, refrigeration, sewer and drain cleaning, backhoe trencing, and crane service. And they are your geothermal specialists. Contact them at 580-254-5864 or stop by 116 East Main Street.
It's the 5 hours you spend in the kitchen mastering your famous recipe or spending quality time with your family. Other insurance companies may just see it as a house. It's not just a house, it's your home. Hi, I'm State Farm Agent Kevin Kanzler, and I see your home as the time and memories you put into them. I understand what your things really mean to you, and I'm here to help give them the protection they deserve. My office is located on the corner of 13th and Oklahoma and Woodward. To call me at 580-256-2216 for your home insurance today.
On Point Land Survey can take care of all your residential, commercial, and industrial survey needs. This family-owned and operated business proudly serves Northwest Oklahoma and Southwest Kansas. These lifelong Northwest Oklahoma residents with over 19 years of experience are ready to serve you with the latest equipment and capable trucks to get your job done. Call On Point Land Survey today at 580-256-6757 or at 1918 Main Street in Woodward, Oklahoma, or visit their website at onpointlandsurveyok.com. Professional, trusted, local.
This is Todd McHugh
and Jackie Jones
with Woodward County Abstract, Dewey County Abstract, and Fairview Abstract. I would like to thank everyone in Woodward and Northwest Oklahoma for choosing us for their real estate title and closing needs this past year. We will be offering new services in 2020, including bilingual closings, internet closings, and digital abstracting.
We look forward to making real estate closings faster, simpler, and more efficient for you in the future.
We want to thank you for your continued support and business.
Hi, I'm Connie Rowland in the Mortgage Department at Bank 7. Bank 7 is a full-service bank with over 40 years of combined experience. Melinda Russo and I are a dynamic duo team committed to making your loan process smooth. With a variety of loan products, we would love to sit down with you and discuss your loan options in person, or we offer online and over-the-phone application processing. The Woodward branch is located at 34th in Oklahoma. Find us online at mortgage.bank7.com, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Bank 7 is an equal housing lender in MLS 677297. Phone 580-254-0100, where our best investment is you.
Hey, we're back.
Yes, we are. The Brian and Kindra Show. Kindra Cox.
Brian Cook.
All right, so real quick, I'm super excited about this kind of.
I think it's just information. So
no, me first.
I'm ready.
You don't even know, do you?
I don't know what you're going to
Oh,
say.
you're going to talk about the Baskin Bash.
Oh, yeah, we got announcements to make.
Okay, so First Fridays, Main Street, we had to pause those for a little bit because of the COVID. So First Fridays are back, and we're going to start on August 7th from 6 to 9 p.m., and they're calling it the Baskin Bash. And they're even talking about, like, people dressing up like, I just forgot the name.
Whatever, Baskin Bash.
So not good at this game. Okay,
Dress
so
up like a
the Tiger King guy,
Yep.
and Carol Baskin. So dress up, come down. Kevin Kansler, one of our sponsors, is talking about having tiger burgers that are made out of pork, because it's cool. And I don't know, there's going to be a lot of fun things. So we're going to be there with Critter Caravan.
Yes.
And so we talked about this before, but Critter Caravan is this fun little, it's like a Build-A-Bear deal.
Yep.
And so people come, they give their donation, and they take home an animal that they get to stuff or whatever. But all of the proceeds, so I didn't understand that, all of the proceeds, so whenever you hand over your dollars, all of the dollars are going to go to somebody else. And so this time it's going to go to Circle of Care, which is a really cool organization that we have here in Woodward, very active. And they're so they work with foster parents. I'm not really sure that I can say all the things that they do, but I know it's amazing. And I know that they have a huge caseload right now. So all of the proceeds are going to go to Circle of Care. So come down, hang out with us on August 7th. It's going to be hot and sweaty, but it's going to be fine.
And you better be there early because we only have 24 tigers.
Only have 24 tigers.
With leopard outfits.
Hey, I got my new do-rags
Yes.
with Keller Williams to wear, so because it's going to be nasty hot.
And they also asked my daughter to bring the Snow Big Deal snow cone, and I'm not sure if they're free or donation or what, but
Okay, good.
we've got tiger's blood snow cones coming.
Yes.
So it's going to be a fun event. So come out, hang out, go spend your money locally.
August 7th on Main Street.
Friday night.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so today we're going to talk about...
So I was listening to a podcast hit my phone actually yesterday, and then I thought that would be a great topic to talk about. We were going to talk about rentals and Oklahoma Landlord Tenant Act and talk about Snooze Fest. But we will hit that, and we'll try to make it lively, but it is good information. But today's about forbearance, and we know there's a lot of people hurting. In fact, the statistic on page 17 is 8.9% of mortgages currently are in forbearance, which is over 4 million mortgages.
Okay, so pause, rewind. What is forbearance?
Forbearance.
Let's talk about that first.
So forbearance.
That's why I'm here.
Yes, good job. Forbearance is where your mortgage servicer, which is the person that controls like the ins and outs of your loans, and maybe handles it for your lender, but your servicer, and then they will temporarily let you pause or lower your payments for a period of time. So the government, on any federally backed loan, has given you up to 180 days forbearance, a break, pause, if you have a hardship. So you got to prove hardship, and so that's what a forbearance is. So there are a bunch of people in forbearance right now. The one reason I thought it was perfect timing for this, we talked about it 180 days ago. No, we talked about it a long time ago. But they've extended that a little, and then you have the option, if you call them back and you're still in a hardship, you can get up to another 180 days forbearance.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, so can I ask questions yet?
Yes,
or you want me
please.
to wait?
No.
Okay, so in the past, whenever we talked about forbearance, and you may have just said this, and I might have zoned, that's true. So they say that you don't have to pay your, they're saying that we don't have to pay our mortgage for 180 days if we qualify for these things and if they approve that. But then, is all of my 180 days worth of my mortgage due at that minute?
So they've changed that as well.
Oh, good.
So if you
that
have
was terrifying.
It was terrifying.
Okay,
so
good.
if you're a government-backed loan, they're going to be working on solutions like, I've got them here. They're going to spread them out or put them at the end of your note. So if you take 6 months off, you have 10 years left, and now you have 10 and a half years. And then your payment will probably change a little bit because they're going to add the interest accrued to the end of your note. So it may make it 11 or 12 years, but you still own your house. So,
Okay.
so in that, you're going to pay it back. So it does not erase those payments. You still owe them. They will have to be paid in the future. So the main important thing that this guy kept saying is if you can make a payment, you make a payment.
Even during forbearance, I can still make a payment.
Yes, you can still make them. He said
I should.
You should, because you're going to have to pay it at some point in time, and don't think of this as a, free paycheck, hey, I don't have to make my mortgage. I'm going to go to the lake instead, buy a new boat. I want you to have a house.
Some new wheels,
something. So, and those all vary, but right now, government-backed loans, we'll kind of step back further. A government-backed loan is FHA, VA, USDA, Fannie Mae, and Freddie Mac. So those loans are very regulated by the government. Other loans are not. They're private companies or investors that loan the money out. So they may be running on borrowed money, so they need your money to make their payments. So so a private lender, you need to make sure you call your servicer. So don't just assume you're a federally backed mortgage. If you had any type of conventional loan, you might want to call them if you need a forbearance and ask that deal. So call your loan servicer, which is on your payment coupon.
Okay.
So, and that also brings me, I also printed off a fraud information sheet. I want you to, everybody be careful, because people are in a bind, and let's say you're late on a payment and somebody calls you and says, hey, for, your interest is $100. If you'll just go ahead and pay the $100, we'll write off the next 2 months mortgage. Nobody's going to call you. Okay? You need to call your servicer. Okay? So nobody's going to call you and ask for money. Nobody's going to call you and ask you to make a partial payment over the phone. They're not going to do that. So if somebody calls you and says they're going to give you this deal of a lifetime to save 6 months worth of payments if you'll pay, that's not going to happen. So be careful. It is happening. They gave us kind of a list of fraud stuff here. If you're interested in seeing this, just message us, I guess, and we'll send it out to you. But the the Coronavirus Related Deal Act, Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security Act, CARES Act. Anytime there's something good that comes out, people jump on the bandwagon to take advantage. So just be cautious when you, and if you have any doubts, just hang up on them, go to your deal, find your coupon, call them. So they won't, whatever.
Absolutely.
All right.
What have you got next?
I got all kinds of stuff. So we're talking about scams. I know, I got like pages here.
Is this what it's like to be you? Like, when I do all the work and then you show up and you're like,
what do I do now? Oh no, we won't get started yet. Okay.
I'm kind of kidding.
So some of the answers here, some of them, they will take some of the examples of the forbearance repayment issues. So they'll take your payment. So if you miss 6 payments at $1,000 a month, that's $6,000. They may take that $6,000 and just roll it over the next 12 months. They may roll it over the next 10 years.
So this is the only part that I heard of your podcast today.
Yeah.
Because you sent it to me, and as I was walking in, I was like, okay, sure. Man, I started it, and I just didn't have, I just couldn't do it. No, there was no free minutes, and I did not have any free brain to focus. But I did hear him say, because everybody's terms are different, right?
Yes.
So that's the scary part, and so many of us, I am the world's worst. You put it in front of me, and I'm bad about signing it. And so one of the things that they were saying on your podcast was to be super, super careful that you read all of the details.
Yes. Because
some of these are saying they're just going to put it on the end. You're going to just keep paying your payments, but you'll have 6 additional payments and to replace the ones that you missed. But some of them are going to spread out over a year. Is that what you just said?
Yes.
So that's going to hurt me.
Well, and some of them are due. If you're not a federally backed loan, some of them are due. Here I've got them. 1, 2, 3. There's 3 options.
Okay, let's go.
Paused payments option, which means it is paused payments option paid during existing mortgage. So,
hey, let me say this.
Yes, wow.
Could they make it any more challenging? So if your payments are paused, if this is the option that you take, that you pause your payment during your existing mortgage, then what happens?
Okay, so you may owe one big bill that comes due all at once at the end of 6 months.
This is the one that scares me so much.
Yeah, wow.
I mean, if I'm in this position, and thank you for continuing to pay me whenever I sass you and tell you that you can leave the office for a short period of time. So this is the one that's scary. If I have not had work for 6 months and I haven't made a payment in 6 months, I'm not going to have 6 months payments all at once whenever it's time.
It would be 7 because your 7th one would be due.
Oh, thank you. My stress level just increased, and it's not even me.
So that
this one
this
terrifies
is the dumbest. It doesn't help anybody, which is what they've adjusted this one. This one's very rare. I had a customer call and said that's what they were doing. He read through the deal and he said, "There's just no way." He said, "I'm just going to do what I can to make the payments I've got," which is true.
Sure.
And so option 2 is mortgage payment reduction option.
Okay, so I'm going to make less than what I normally would make.
Right. So they'll allow you to reduce your $1,000 monthly mortgage to half or for 3 months.
Interesting.
So that might help you. But then what to consider with that is they're going to more likely to spread that over 12 months.
Oh, so it's going to be similar. I'm still going to have a lot
So
extra to
instead
pay
of a
whenever I
$1,000
get
month
started
payment,
again.
it goes up to $1,125.
Okay.
So it's not going to be such a substantial amount, but it's
Okay.
still the deal. And then the paused payment option, which is paid back at the end of the mortgage, is the majority of what people are going to be doing.
Okay.
So your service allows you to pause the payments for up to a year because it's 180 days, and then again, if you have a hardship still. And that's one point the guy made is you've got to call during your first hardship to extend the hardship. So if you wait till your first 6 months is over and then you call after that's over, it's like too late. Like you've got to do it during your first 180 days.
So you've really got to pay attention and be on top
Just
of
make sure
things.
you're communicating with your servicer. So that they'll put it on the end of your note. So what to consider there is it will extend the term of your note. Sometimes it will add a separate note for that at the end of the note.
Oh, interesting.
So like USDA kind of does this. So when you get done paying your mortgage with the USDA loan, sometimes there's this balloon of interest that they didn't charge during the loan because they, my little word left me, they subsidize your interest.
Yes.
So that subsidized interest actually tacks onto the end of your note.
I did not know this.
So if you go to sell your USDA mortgage house, you will sometimes are surprised with this balloon of interest that you get to pay that's not on your mortgage. So okay, so
pay attention.
So repaying that, that gives you that period during that time at the end. So it extends your time, and in the 6 months plus your interest may add more than 6 month payments. I mean, it may add 9 to 12 months worth of payments because of interest accrued during that time.
Right.
So, all right, we're running out of time again. Let's have another quick break.
Okay. Be
and
right
then
back.
We'll be right back.
Homeowners and business owners. Do you want to know how to extend the life of your home or commercial building? Call APC LLC in Woodward. APC specializes in installing high-quality 5-inch and 6-inch seamless guttering and custom commercial guttering. Whether it's a small system or a large system, APC can help. Call APC LLC at 580-571-2384. That number again is 580-571-2384 for all your seamless gutter needs.
Our home is usually our largest investment, and we insure it against damage. One unseen destructive force not covered by most insurance policies is termites, which can infest a house for years before being detected. Termites cost U.S. homeowners an estimated $5 billion annually in treatment and repairs. Using the Centricon termite bait system, JCP Services can protect your home from the threat of a termite infestation. Call 580-334-5380. Again, 580-334-5380.
Stop in to Modern Appliance on Main Street today to see powerful Maytag brand kitchen appliances available in a finish inspired by cast iron. Cast iron black is a hard-working, matte finish that is as tough as it is timeless, so you can trust it to help resist scratches while helping hide fingerprints and minor dents and stand up to the everyday. Add an iconic look to your home with cast iron black kitchen appliances from Maytag brand. See it at Modern Appliance, 2102 Main, or online at modernappliancewoodward.com.
For 150 years, Sherwin-Williams has been an industry leader in the development of technologically advanced paint and coatings. As the nation's largest specialty retailer of paint and painting supplies, Sherwin-Williams is dedicated to supporting both your do-it-yourselfers and painting professionals with exceptional products, resources to make confident color selections, and expert personalized service that's focused on your unique project needs. Sherwin-Williams is your neighborhood paint store. Stop by and see them, 2101 Oklahoma Avenue, or call them 580-256-5861. Hey, we're back. So if you're in a bind or you're in a hardship, which means you've lost your job, death in the family, sickness, your boss says to go home because of COVID, whatever. So any of those reasons, you're taking care of somebody who got sick because of something. So any of those things, if you get in a bind and a hardship and you have a true hardship, there's actually a moratorium. They've stopped starting any foreclosures for more than 120 days past due. So if you, which is 4 months payments, they cannot start foreclosure on you. So if you missed 4 payments in a row, you didn't get a hardship, you didn't go through forbearance, you didn't do anything, they still can't start foreclosure for 120 days.
No kidding.
So that's part of
So you've
this.
got some time. You've got a
You've
chance
got some time.
to maybe
Now that's
fix some
immediately
things.
affecting your credit.
Sure.
If you
Sure.
quit making payments or
If,
late,
if
you're
you
not
don't
in
have a forbearance.
right. If you're in a forbearance, the CARES Act allows you to not take a hit on your credit,
Which is awesome.
which is awesome. So you can be in the middle of that 6 months. You get your job back, get your payments going, and there's some flexibility in lending. So option 1 is call and get a forbearance.
Right.
That's a pretty good option if you cannot make your payment. Second option is sometimes it's just you're down to 12 years on your 30-year mortgage and you're paying 5 or 6% interest, which we're seeing some of those still, which is weird. If you're paying 5 or 6% interest, please call your lender. Because we lost.
Why are you looking at me?
Because I know somebody.
Hey, can I have some time off
Yes.
to go talk to my lender?
Yes, absolutely. So I have a customer that's moving to Piedmont. They locked in at 2.5% for 30 years. We have a local customer that got a pre-approved, and they were going to lock them at 2.7% for 30
awesome.
years. One of them was a conventional loan. One of them was an FHA loan. Unreal numbers we're seeing. So go refinance. It could lower your payment. You can extend it from, if you're 12, you could go back to 20-year mortgage, extend it out, make it easier to make your payments. So that's option 2. Option 3 is what we do. We'll sell your house. Maybe it's the position you need to sell it, pull your equity out, use it for savings, just get out from under that payment. Rent, you've got to pay for somewhere to live. Most everybody has to pay for
Right.
rent. You pay rent or
Absolutely.
you make a payment. So if you can keep your house, that's what we want to do. But if you want to move from $200,000 house to a $100,000 house, or change payments, lower your payment, or move to a different area when you get a different job. You want to move to Woodward where it's cheaper to live. Sell your house out there in New York and move to Woodward. It's easier here and cheaper. So we've got houses. So that's your 3 options. So how to request a forbearance. Again, it's easy. Just call your servicer. Pull out your payment coupon. Call your servicer. They're going to give you some paperwork and ask you some questions and help you through that. And then there's a website somewhere here. If you need help beyond that, I got too many notes here.
Sorry, y'all can't read his papers.
I got too many. There's the government. If you just type in forbearance, it's like the first page that comes up. It's a counseling. It's free. And that's one thing we wanted to make sure you understand, that all of these programs that
Here,
the
I've got a
government
phone number.
Yes.
Because I'm cool like that.
Okay, read
Doesn't
it.
this help?
Yep.
Okay, so if this is how to request a forbearance, or this
Yes.
is if I need help, if I don't
Both.
understand.
This does everything. So
Okay.
this is an everything. If you're in buying with your house, anything, rent, payment, mortgage, everything.
All right, 188. Did I say how many eights?
Yep.
Okay, 995 HOPE, which is 4673. So 1-888-995-4673, and that will give you some free housing
Yes,
counseling.
and of course, we're available, and we've studied up on this stuff, so we're more than glad to sit down and help with you, do any of that information.
Okay, my turn.
Okay.
Okay, so because what happens in these kinds of times are all the scams, so we just want to remind you one more time: be super duper careful, that you don't talk to the wrong people. So don't sign papers in exchange for a promise that somebody else is going to pay off your mortgage. They're not going to. Don't do that. Don't submit your mortgage payments to anybody other than your mortgage company, unless your mortgage company has specifically told you who to make your payment to. Be aware of anyone that says you don't need a real estate professional or title company when selling your home. Because title companies, real estate agents, we're professionals. We do this every day. I do not change my own oil. There's a reason for that. I can Google it and I can watch YouTube, but I'm not going to change my own oil because I'm not a professional. Right. I don't do it every day. So let somebody that does it every day help you and make sure that you are doing the right thing. Know the person that you're doing business with. So you want to make sure if there's an organization trying to save you from your foreclosure, you want to make sure that they are HUD approved and This is where Brian and I really want to help be involved. So if you are concerned and there's any way we can help you, please give us a shout. Brian is 580-334-2303.
See you next week.
Your new favorite, Classic Hits 107.3 KLSI Moreland Woodward. Tell a friend.